Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And today's video, we got a banger. Got a lot of stuff to cover about Drip and Triple D could be launching before Pigs Plinko, and the sky falling out of the stablecoin arena, where multiple stablecoins depegged about 12 hours ago or so, about 18 hours ago. And now luckily some of them are back. So we're going to try to unpack a lot of that and then give you my insights, which is technically come from people smarter than me that I've just summarized, and what I plan to do, and also how that's affecting the APRs on the farm. So let's get into it first. So if you're not aware, USDC basically depegged, and that was due to SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, which holds a bunch of VC startup capital from Silicon Valley, and essentially the exact same thing we seen back in 2008. These people basically were the banks, essentially. So it's a failure of TradFi. They were over leveraged or borrowing or loaning out money, as they've always done with fractional reserve banking. And then when people have come to claim that money, it wasn't there, right? So this is again a failure of TradFi. So watched a couple of videos and got the consensus on what's going on. So basically, we have this event being traced back solely to Silicon Valley Bank. And that's where, again, a lot of startups store their cash. SVB invested a portion of these deposits into 10-year bonds, which began to lose value due to the Federal Reserve interest rate hikes. So it was, the money's still safe. The money's still there. That's the big thing that people need to be aware of. They invested the money into what normally would be safe assets. Problem is that asset is a 10-year bond, and it matures and they can make money. But if they need to sell it early, then it's essentially kind of like what we're seeing in Drip. If you had a short time horizon, like I did originally, you put your money in there, you're like, oh, I won't need it right now. Then all of a sudden the sky is falling and you're like, well, I got Drip, but it's down 80%. And it's not the same for the treasury bonds, but they have the assets, they can sell it, but they got to take a hit to do so. And that came out to about 8% deficit basically on what they had liquid on hand. So this caused a panic among investors, leading to more withdrawals and a meltdown of SVB. And Circle is the issuer of USDC, if you're not familiar, and they held 3.3 billion of reserves at SVB. And that's causing USDC, to become under collateralized and triggering the depegging event. So, but again, the money that's there potentially could be backed or bailed out or sold with other assets or whatever. So the theory that I am sticking with, that I've gotten from a couple of other, again, channels, is that the fear around USDC is overblown and that Circle is likely to recover just fine. And we see that now. As of this video, it's around 97 cents. It got down to 88, sorry. I think it was 88 cents on the low end, and it's already come back up. And what people would have assumed, it would have stayed around 92 due to the 3.3 billion that they were missing, right? But it's already bounced back. And it's showing it's probably stay here because banks are now closed. That was the Silvergate bank issue. I think I'm covering that in another video. So this has just been one hell of a bumpy ride in these past couple of days or weeks. But essentially, FDIC is taking over, and they will pay out what they believe to be the recovery value of the asset. So again, not all of it is gone. And that's where this number stabilizes, because some of the mathematicians out there believe that they'll get about 50% or whatever of whatever that deficit was. And additionally, not all of it is lost. Some of the USDC we see here is already locked or lost into other smart contracts or tied up in the FTX collapse. So there's lots of money that representative of this value of the $40 billion market cap that could kind of wash out, so to speak, the 3.3 billion in addition to what the FDIC can pull out. So holders are advised to hold on to their coins and not panic, as the value of USDC is likely to recover once Circle's reserves are replenished. And that is the route that I'm taking. I believe that it's going to be here. I believe that BlackRock and the Coinbase kind of side, and this being an opportunity for the US government to maybe push forward with their stable coin, the Toomey Act or Toomey Bill, I think it was. So I don't know. I think this will either stay here, which, yes, that sucks. A stable coin that's not stable could affect people and they decide to get out, but 2%, 3%, not as bad as what we saw with Luna UST, which is completely different. That was algorithmic stablecoin. But the reason, again, I'm staying here is because I don't have that much exposure to USDC. So if you look over on the farms, because of a lot of people got out of these farms, we got some degen APYs. And I think I saw this as low as $50,000 in total liquidity. And this is the only farm that I have exposure to. So the TLDR, if you're exposed to USDC and you're exposed in something like this, then my play, here's what I'm doing, not financial advice for you. I'm just going to play it out because I think the dogs will offset the 2 to 3 cents that I believe USDC will stay at, if not repeg. But ironically, as they always say, you know, if you want to know what to do, swim with the whales. So you can see what Binance is doing, and Binance is supporting BNB, USDC, BTC, USDC, ETH, USDC trading pairs. So they actually made an announcement here showing all of the pairs and stuff that they're supporting. And again, we can look at the other stable coins. So I can't tell you which is a good one because all of them actually have FUD around them, right? USDT has been doing the best, but it actually has the most FUD. USDC, we already know. And BNB, technically they're backed, but they have a Wells notice against them from the SEC. It's just too many freaking letters and acronyms to keep up with. So at the end of the day, the best thing we can possibly probably do is focus on the blue chips and get away from all these fiat peg Ponzi's because they're not doing too well. But CZ and team do support, I think, TUSD as well, and that seems to have been doing pretty decent. All right, with that address, I'm gonna get into the alpha that Ray dropped in the video over his degen cipher. And also a shout out to Ray. I don't think he watches my channel, but I know some of the people who do consume my content consume Ray's. Plus, I've seen some posts in my channel about Ray, and he does address me in the comments. And I want to publicly state that, yeah, I support what Ray is doing out there. I believe that, as he mentioned, we're like family. We both want Drip to succeed, and we just may have two different ways of going about it. So he may go left, I may go right. And that's exactly what you need actually in this space. You need different content creators trying to lead you to the same outcome. So the same outcome we all want is for Drip to succeed, for us to all use Drip and benefit from it. We just have different paths towards it. And I gotta recognize again the amount of work he's put in and what he's learned in the space. So I always believe firmly that you can learn from anyone if you're willing to humble yourself and get out of your own way about what you may like or dislike about the person and focus on the content and the information they're trying to share. And that's, again, some words of wisdom that I learned as a coach and experience through different areas of my life, you know, military and being out here in third world countries and stuff like that. It's like, man, if you humble yourself, you can learn a lot from a lot of people. And then at the end of the day, as Bruce Lee said, be like water. So you got to be able to mold yourself and also take what is useful and discard what is not. But if you're not willing to listen, you won't be able to find out what is useful out of all that content. So let's get into the alpha he mentioned, and as well some of the similar mindset I just shared with you guys.
This recession is going to be a wild ride. You only got to worry about things you can control, guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're behind the steering wheel when it comes to Drip network ecosystem. We can put our brick. We can build things secure. We could shift Drip's exposure to different assets if we want. People could build dApps with Drip backed by Bitcoin. We could, you know how many things we could do with Drip? Is that people got to stop being so selfish, stop thinking of themselves, and start contributing to the community, right? You guys gotta change the mindset of the Jeet mentality that you guys have that's out there talking X, Y, and Z. You got to recondition yourself and think, damn, what can I do for Drip? What can I bring to value to this ecosystem that has tens of...
So that is the mindset piece I wanted to share with you guys, because I believe in that wholeheartedly. That's why I had to shift my mindset. And that's why I said I dropped the degen title because, yeah, I can't go aping into every other platform and stuff like that. And knowing that it's going to wreck my community members, the people that are following me. Right. So my solution is to try to bring as much value as I can to Drip. And it's by leveraging, again, like the connection with Spritz, or by trying to build the platform I want to build. And no, my platform is not going to be a game changer out the gate. You know, I may be lucky if it generates a couple $1,000s, but I have a long-term vision because I know how important health and fitness is, and mental health and wellness. So I know that eventually there will be an intersection of all these things coming together, and I'm just going to ride that out. So, and I know that I can build something that has enough margin, basically, so that I can use some of the profits to benefit the Drip ecosystem, because I need, again, customers and clients to use my product. So what better way than to use the people that are already engaged and then give them something that supports what they're engaged with and then benefits them as well. So I understand 100% the power of the drip dot community, and that's what I'm focusing on to do so. And that brings me to this, I'm gonna play another clip from Ray, but this message that I got in my Telegram that this person on Twitter put out said, good time now to imagine what happens if fiat crypto ramps get shut hard by the government. No way to get money in, bearish, right? Could actually be a huge step forward. An entire separate economy can be built around the digital assets. With no choice to convert to fiat, people will save and spend them for each other's goods and services. Similar to a black market economy, but it will be zeros and ones market. As governments cause inflation and crash the fiat economy, it will be an avenue for people to opt out of their local corrupt or inept governments. All we need is some organization, because right now, when people say crypto, we have a group of serious assets with good distribution and some potential for moneyness, BTC and ETH, total Ponzi casino stuff, technical investments, basically securities, stable coins, but with different categories, only ones backed by crypto money, not bank deposits, can work in this system. There needs to be a coalescing and the global crypto users to get their shit together and figure out how a non-fiat money can work. The most important consideration is seigniorage. We cannot print shit out of thin air and expect there to be money. Coordination, value has to be earned. Time for philosophers to step in and not just techies and casino operators. So I don't even know who this person was, but man, I resonate with that 100%. And I believe that that's what the drip ecosystem can be. And I believe that's also what Forex is trying to evolve into. But again, I'm not negating that there is a need for some of the casino operators and the degens, because that hype, that chart up and to the right, those green candles, that is what gets people excited to want to come in and then dig around and find out, like, oh, there's other stuff here. My casino analogy is a perfect one. It's like, oh, the bells and whistles and the $1 million dreams, the slot machines and sounds get you in, but then you realize, oh, okay, there's a market here, there's this, there's spa, there's all these other things I can actually use and spend money on. So 100% think that is the way. And lastly, it's the PC covered where he was addressing me because I typed out in the comments. Want to share that with you guys because I just gave that insight from my side.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of alpha from what we were talking about with Forex today. A little bit. I think he releasing Plinko first. I don't think so. I think that there's a chance that we have DDD out first. That's a possibility. I can't share too much. I think Forex might share it, but I'm gonna let him do it. But all I'm gonna say is that there's a very great chance, more than 50%, more than 60%, that Drip Drop Joe will be out first. And there's a particular reasoning behind that because of the conversation that went down today. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that, and then we're gonna let Forex do that. Saying the same thing to my viewers, DJs gotta mature. Facts. Shout out to Drip Coach. And that's the thing. Drip Coach has a disposition, and he has his own views. We don't gotta always agree on everything. That's the part when we got a family, guys. You got your cousins, you know what I'm saying? You got your uncles, you got your bros and sisters, and family is not gonna always agree on everything. Ultimately, family argues at the dinner table. Family argues in front of the football game, boxing match, and that's how it is. But ultimately, like somebody like Drip Coach, he's somebody that's a true drip maxi. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give it to him in regard to that. You know what I'm saying? He goes hard with that for sure. But we don't always agree. We don't gotta agree. It's all good, right? But at least you know his intention. You know what I'm saying? He wants Drip to be successful. He views Drip to be successful in different ways that are contrary to the ways that other people have their opinions. And he wants Drip to go a different route. But, we just got to all put our bricks in. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
All right. So wanted to share that clip. So yes, he's saying greater than 50 to 60% chance that Triple D could be out before Pig Splinko. Now we know that there's about a 3 to 4 week timeline on Pig Splinko, so we don't know what that would mean for Triple D, but Josh did mention in his messages that he thinks it will stick to that 1st of April timeline that Forex had previously mentioned regarding when things would be released. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. As of right now, I think we still, as of this video, haven't started minting. The tax vault still has 70K or something in there. Let's see. Correction, 56K. So that's less than a day's worth of claims, or right at basically a day. We've been hitting around like 70, 80. So depending on when the next announcement comes, we could definitely see a 10 million total drip supply, unless something super amazing is released, you know, in time. But we almost did make it 30 days with, and as of this video, we haven't done it yet, I know, but with 1 million drips. So definitely we see the power of the drip community and what can happen if we band together and if there's actually utility in there. So even right now, as the sky is falling in TradFi and the banking system is collapsing, again, remember that post that this guy shared, this video, or because this is solution. So we need organization, we need to come together. And this was this black market he mentioned. I mentioned the same thing as a drip market. Now, again, not to say we need to do everything in drip, but by bringing true utility into crypto and into DeFi, then you do not need to go back into TradFi. We see TradFi failing, and there is nowhere safe right now, even in stable coins in crypto. And then it's even hard to keep your money in like blue chips because of the volatility. So we need a way to transact with these goods and services so that you have less and less exposure to a system that can completely collapse. Like I personally would rather lose 60% than have a bank go completely bankrupt and under, or it go under and on top of what maybe got saved, it gets inflated to zero. So this is the solution. We are in the right space. We just got to work together and create that. So that was the alpha. That was the USDC news. That's how I'm playing the game right now. And that's all the summaries I got for this. So hope it provides value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.